Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And today we're talking about the systems theory of financial inclusion. So, this theory actually happens to be the most popular of the theory developed by Peterson Ozili in his seminal work titled Theories of Financial Inclusion. The systems theory actually states that financial inclusion outcomes are achieved through existing subsystems that require financial inclusion to be attained as a necessary condition before service can be rendered. And when financial inclusion has taken place, it will have a positive effect on the existing subsystems and the larger systems while also meeting the needs of financially excluded individuals and entities. And I'm going to explain that in a bit. The systems theory of financial inclusion actually considers unbanked adults to be part of a large system which has subsystems, and each of these subsystems create its own conditions that enable financial inclusion to occur for unbanked adults. And of course, when financial inclusion occurs, it benefits everybody in the system. So now the main argument is this. Now, there is a logical process to understanding what the systems theory is all about. So the first stage is this is that there are many subsystems in the whole system. Okay. And each subsystem interacts with another subsystem. And each subsystem will create conditions that enable financial inclusion to take place at the subsystem level. And these conditions will be widely publicized for everybody to know about it. Now, after it has been publicized, unbanked adults who want to interact with a specific subsystem will have to meet the conditions set aside by the specific subsystem they want to interact with. Now, failure to meet those conditions would mean that unbanked adults will not be able to interact with that subsystem. Now, the conditions specified by the subsystem may change. It might change, over time. And, the conditions might be strict, might be less strict. And when these conditions are met, unbanked adults will be able to interact with that system and will be able to sort of get access to the services that's being offered in that subsystem. Now, to bring this to the real world, it simply means that if unbanked adults want to interact with the financial system or the market system or the tourism system or the travel system or the digital market system, those systems are going to set conditions for unbanked adults to be able to obtain or to access the services they offer. So, for example, if we're talking about the tourism, subsystem, now to obtain services there, the sector, the subsystem, the players in that subsystem will require unbanked adults to have a means of payment. It could be a credit card, it could be a debit card, it could be QR codes. And unbanked adults need to meet those conditions before services can be rendered. So, in other words, those subsystems actually introduce conditions that require unbanked adults to actually be financially included, which is essentially a requirement to obtain a payment card or any other form of payment that enables them to access the services offered in that subsystem.